and I am going to be playing with a teammate that at the time I didn't know and would later become a good friend. And also, opposing directly across from me is somebody that also become a really good friend, and that is Joker or Rick. And I had no idea after this battle. I got a friend request from him and also from Warfighter, and became friends with both of those players. Took, of course, it took time. Just after they friended me, I was like, okay, I know them. I didn't really know much about them, but now, wow, do we play in a lot of battles together. Of course, I don't know where Rick is. Rick, come back. You're missed greatly. And in this match, of course, I'm playing as France. I don't think there was a limit on artillery, and the Russian player brings 4. I bring none, and I think that Warfighter also brings no artillery. So we are going to rush, and the tactic that we use in this is we are going to sweep across the hill and back down. And I don't know how much we communicated in this game. I don't really remember. I didn't even know that I was playing with these 2 friends of mine until finishing this replay just a little bit ago. So you can see how poorly I do here at the beginning of this match against Rick, and he uses his lights to just completely wipe out my meat shield extremely fast. And his ally is not very good whatsoever in this match. He is firing solid shot instead of shrapnel shot. One of his Housers is actually firing on me with quicklime, which is good, but his other artillery, you can see, is still shooting solid shot. Okay. So Warfighter is making his walk over. Now here comes the first firing into my lights. Into my militia. Absolutely just shreds those units. Got a Bulkley that took 1 loss from that residual fire. Now I'm going to rush all my lights up and try to target this Ferguson. It's actually one really good move I had in this. You can see I open up, get 10 with that volley. He's going to try and pull out, but I think I do get, yes, another shot into him, and that takes him all the way down to 36. And now I'm going to run my lights out in a minute, I think. I don't know. But that was actually really good on my part. So now you can see I'm going to be forming up, and I still push that militia up that they shot up pretty hard there. And in this match, I think it was 5 lights, and I only bring 4. So I have a massive disadvantage against me with the lights. And you can see I'm shooting up his King's Royal. He's got the 33rd foot flanking me. So I'm going to start trying to pull those back. I don't know what I'm doing, but he is going to take complete advantage. And yeah. There we go. Finally firing. And I only take down 9 men. And there I get a pretty decent volley with my lights into that. But guess what? Rick's countering, and he's bringing his lights to pay me back for what I did. And oh god. There's gonna be some pain. Yep, here it comes. Already down to 8. 8 men. I'm not down to 8. Lost 8 men. Now yeah, that unit's just getting shot up, and here's 3 more. I'm gonna try and push that militia to force him back. Quick climb is coming in on me, and oh, just open it up. So over here, one of the warriors went in and is routing out one of the meat shields. I mean, I have no idea why I'm using my cav like this. Yeah. Luckily, I put so much firepower on that one that I was able to really put a hurting on him there. So I get a pretty decent shot there finally, but he's only down to 91. So not really good. Now I do get my militia into them with melee, but it doesn't really do practically any damage to him, but it does push him out of the fight, and that does help a lot. So now you can see Warfighter making contact with the Russian player, and Rick has brought units over to try to help, and he is putting some fire down on the Warfighter, and he's going to bring his light dragoons over as well to provide some support. And now here comes Warfighter's cav, since Rick shifted over. And let's see kind of what's going on here. Now I'm going to make sure I hold the flank. I'm going to push my units up. I know I'm protected by the hill from his lights, so I can use that for cover. I'm going to bring 3 of my cav units over to support. I mean, I actually did pretty darn well in this battle, considering, now that I really think about it, didn't really do too terribly. Rick is providing some fire with his dragoons there onto these Muskegee tribesmen. And now Rick's got his 2 line units here holding the flank because the Russian player has shifted too much. And I've got my Bulkleys now in firing range, and my Bulkleys are shooting the hill. Yes, that's going down. Firing into the hill, and my Royal SOs are shooting the hill as well. That's teamwork, boys. At least I'm not getting shot either. So there is that. Well, shot much. He's not getting shot much either, just a little bit. So now I've got my lights over here bunched up, and I'm gonna start shooting into the flank and rolling my cav around, and Rick has focused a lot of his energy over here, so I'm able to tinker around with his men on this flank over here. So you can see I got my cav pushing into this flank, and I'm gonna break that goon unit. And I got my lights going all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm pushing up my other line out of the trees. can see how it's providing some cav support over here, help break out those units, and now his elite warriors are caving in completely. So this Russian household cav is sitting there with all the money it costs on the uphill, just getting shot to hell by these Creek horse riders. So now it's really just down to Rick, and I'm going to be pushing this flank hard. Finally, got my cav over here still providing some fire support into these hand mortar company. Now they're starting to run. Okay, so now I have the flank, and I should be able to shoot him up completely over here, and over here on this flank it's just pandemonium. It's completely over at this point. So yeah, that's pretty much going to get wrapped up pretty quick. Let's go ahead and fast forward through this action, and we can kind of see some of the bloodshed taking place. And the Russian lights. Okay, you can see I'm doing some downhill charges. There's the Russian artillery. It is over. Almost. they say a lot of times the level of play that you have is elevated by the opponents you have, and I tend to believe that a lot, as Rick is an extremely skilled player and somebody that has taught me a tremendous amount about this game and playing multiplayer, and this game actually is what helped show him that I had some potential, and he kind of took me under the wing and really showed me a tremendous amount after this game. For that, I will always be grateful, because he was the first one to really teach me a lot. And it was a long road, so yeah. Just think this is back from March, and how bad I was back then to how much better I am now. It is incredible. Because here I am firing a light battle with a light battle when I could just charge my Bulkleys in and finish off all those lights. And you can see it was still a pretty tight game. So really it was Chief's bodyguard slamming into the back of these lights that really helped, you know, tilt it back into our favor. I mean, the Russian player got wiped out pretty easily. And really most of Rick's army did too, because he was extended over the entire battlefield. And there they go. So good game to all my opponents, and to Warfighter as well. And he got 1,200 kills. I only got 873. Abby still came out with 871, and Joker had 1105. So really good game in that one. Enjoyed that replay.